be introducing the convener, Dr. Richie Adewusi. Dr. Adewusi is a seasoned author, cultural advocate, and the founder of Nostalgia Media, the Wazobia Plus Center Canada, and several other impactful initiatives dedicated to preserving our cultural heritage, as well as amplifying artistic voices and works. More than just an industry figure, in the 80s and 90s in Nigeria, he was also once the publicist and close friend of Majek Fashek, the Trailblazer we're celebrating today. Their relationship spanned decades, rooted not just in professional collaboration, but in deep personal friendship, trust, and shared vision. Dr. Adewusi's work, both in media and activism, has played a critical role in keeping the memory and message of Majek Fashek alive. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Richie Adewusi.
Thank you so very much, Sayuki, for that introduction. It's an honor, it's a pleasure, it's a privilege to be with us here today. And I particularly am grateful for everyone who have, found time to join us in this inaugural edition of this symposium, annual symposium, I should say. I want to start by, first thanking my team members, the young people you are seeing. They have been, with others, very pivotal in making it possible for us to be here today to talk about the things we're going to talk about, especially myself. I find it funny when people say, oh, I'm a self-made man or I'm a self-made woman. Those people oftentimes are not being sincere and don't really know what they're talking about. All of us have people who have pushed us, egged us on in one way or the other in our life's journeys to get to the places where we are. I guess those people also give back to themselves since they are self-made individuals, are we? Good, but that's not the case. Without digressing, I feel very humbled by the wave of support we've received in the course of planning the symposium. Humbled in the sense that in a climate where people oftentimes think about what is in it for them for getting involved in certain things. Not a single individual involved in this event have made any demands whatsoever in becoming parts or playing the roles that they are about to play in this. And I guess there's a reason for that. It's not me. That reason is not me. Okay? That reason is the person on whose account we have all gathered here. Majek was a giver. And I make bold to say that. Majek was a giver in many ways, in many forms. He gave and gave and gave and gave. And so I'm not surprised that people gather here to come to honor him, commemorate him. So this symposium is established as a memorial, as an annual memorial for Majek Fashek. I am not going to be making any long, protracted speeches about Majek. I have come here to listen to others talk about Majek really. And the reason for that is I have written 3 volumes about Majek. So I have had a lot to say, and I also don't want to get to speak on behalf of some other people that I know their opinions and know their views about Majek. And I'm talking really unfiltered in the spectrums of the good, the bad, the ugly. All of us have our opinions. But I will say this here on this forum, this symposium. Majek represented and still represents some voices, some cravings, some aspirations. Those voices, those cravings, those aspirations are still with us here, will still remain even when all of us on this call are no longer here. Why was that possible? Majek had a mission. He had a message. I dare say messages that he put across that actually ultimately cost him his life. Because Majek went into a terrain that was not ready for any message. He had his own personal flaws like the rest of us. But ultimately, Majek went the way of some of the greats that were before him that carried messages which the world was not ready for. Both the world and those who were running and controlling the world were not ready for. And of course, directly and indirectly, they say the rest is history. Now, we have a new generation of artists. I'm a Nigerian. I mean, first and foremost, I'm a Nigerian by birth. I'm a proud Nigerian. I remain a proud Nigerian. We have a bouquet, cocktail, army, horde, whatever. Find your own nomenclature to describe the army of talents we have in Nigeria with. Most have gone through the challenges that Majek went through and left the scene silently because, well, nobody really knew them. And that is why we are talking today about the challenges of stardom. Majek became, the challenges he had became accentuated, became headline news in whatever medium or media because of who he grew to be. Today, as I speak, we have Nigerian artists, talents, who have gone through what Majek went through. We have those who are still going through right now, regardless of that, how big their names are today, who are going through the same challenges that Majek went through silently. How do I know this? At the height of Majek's fame, Majek was telling all of us his problems, nobody was listening. He was singing about his challenges. Go and listen to I'm Not Tired. There are many songs. I can, take more of our time by going into each of them to say, go and listen to this, go and listen to that. Go and listen to the lyrics of Majek's songs. You will find out that Majek was telling us what he was going through. But then he had one focus, one source that he vocalized to us, to our hearing. That was his confidence. When he said, give me the power to carry on the work, he wasn't talking to the government of the day. He wasn't talking to his family. He wasn't talking to his friends. He was talking to an entity that he had identified as overall, as sovereign. Whatever then happened between him and that entity is only up to him, just like the rest of us. So if Majek had a message, mission, vision, not money, you will hear him go back and read some of his interviews in those days. He said, look, I'm not a commercial musician. I was close enough to know. I wrote about it myself. I'm not a commercial musician. I am a musician with a message. True. I have written about that, about those, and that's why I say I'm not going into the messaging issue. My concern now is about today and tomorrow. Majek has done his work. He has gone. But we remember him today and we will keep remembering him. But what about the ones who are making waves there today? They are selling messages that are endorsed by others. The culture capture of the Nigerian space, when I say space, I mean entities, tribes, whatever. The culture capture is complete. Complete. We had artists who were specific about who we are. Now we don't know who we are anymore. We are money. We are nudity. We are all sorts of ludicrous concepts. And our children are watching. They are buying into this. And then the question would be, where would we find the kinds of Majek anymore? The kinds of kimono? The kinds of fella? Where are they going to come from? When we have been bought over completely by the commercial plague lights. So I am not going to preempt the speakers. I just invited all of us here to look at these issues and then profile our own solutions or suggestions. Looking at the life of Majek Fashek, my friend, my brother, my client, and many more. I thank you for listening to me. I now would sit back and enjoy listening to you all. Welcome.
Think you know Majek Fashek? Think again. You've heard the music. Now hear the truth. Majek Fashek didn't just rise. He erupted. But behind the fame, the fire, and the mystique is a story the world barely knows. Told by Richie Adewusi, someone who walked beside him for years as his publicist and close friend, this is the real journey, the only authentic documentation of Majek Fashek's early life and times. Majek Fashek, Trailblazer, first published in 1989, now re-released in a bold second edition, available in paperback, hardbound, ebook, and audiobook. Get your copy now at your favorite online store.
I want to introduce another brother of mine. We've never really had a direct contact relationship because of, he was always on the road. He would come around when Majek had shows, we'll meet on the road. In the business of just moving around doing, we never really interacted personally. So much so that when I hinted him about this, he was asking, have we met? I said, no, we have not met. You know? So I want to call on my brother Black Rice, but I am a shadow follower of all his posts online. I read, I follow his passages. Black Rice, welcome. It's your turn to talk about your brother, Majek Fashek.
Thank you very much, my brother. I'm glad that you have taken this mantle upon yourself. It's not that nobody else could do it, but somebody has to start something. I thank you very much. And yes, Majek Fashek, that man
It's good to
is
see you, Black
somebody.
Rice, man.
I can hear you.
It's your fans. They are hailing you. They have not seen you. No.
Oh, give thanks, my brother G. Give thanks.
Wow.
You see, Majek Fashek, if there is a reason why Majek Fashek is Majek Fashek, I would say I take credit for that too. Because when I met Majek Fashek in 82, I just came back from the United States. I went to the States in 1980. I took the equipment to NTA Benin from Warri. And I left for the US at that time, 1980. And when I came back, it's a story, because when I went to the States, I used the money from Panorama. They paid me 500 Naira. Supposed to be for the owner of the equipment. That's Ashimo. He didn't come with me from Warri. In fact, that's how I started playing the drums. He didn't come, and this man didn't come, Ben Alaka. I went to Warri to get the equipment. I made a deal with Pat Finn. They will pay 500 Naira for the equipment, pay 225 Naira for players and, participants. And the brother didn't come, so I had to break into his store to take the equipment. Took them to NTA Benin. So by the time I got paid, in a nutshell, when I got paid for the equipment, I just bought me a ticket to go to New York. It was a short trip. When I came back, I was not allowed to touch the equipment again because he was very angry with me. I didn't tell him before I break into the room, took the equipment out, chartered a van, and took the equipment to Benin. We played the show. He saw the show on TV the next Sunday. That's how he knew that his equipment were in Benin. So he came to Benin on Monday because we started rehearsal again. Every week we have to rehearse and, put the artist on show. So when I came back from New York, I was not allowed to touch the equipment again. So I started doing some other shows on the television station. I was into variety shows. I was into assizes. I was doing drama instead of music now. I was doing drama, And one day I saw this boy playing the bass guitar alone because the players of the instrument were gone. They were gone on a break, short break, went to eat or something, pee or something. So when I was passing by, I was hearing him play alone. So I just went there, I climbed on the drums and I started backing him up. In fact, when the musicians came, they started watching us. We were just two of us. That was the first time I met Majek Fashek. He was playing the new song of this. It was one of the new songs, Then I started backing him up, and after the jam, he said, Black Rice. No, he didn't know my name at that time. He just said, hey, please give me this your cap. I was wearing some ice gold and green cap, Rastaman color. I said, no, I don't open my hair. I don't open my crown. I don't take off my crown outside. That was what I told him. But if you want it, I will bring it to you tomorrow. He said, no, you need it now. I said, well, then you have to follow me home. He followed me home. We got to my house and we were still talking, he was a lively boy, I loved him, The first day I met, that first day I was very impressed with his character. I love his kind of character, those are the kind of people I want to make drama with. So I was thinking a lot of things in my head with how to fuse it into my own system. Then I asked him what his name was. What's your name? He said it's Rajesh Khanna. So what's Rajesh Khanna? He said, yeah, because he sings Indian songs and he's very good at it. And what's your real name? He said, Majek Fashek. I said, simple. Your name is Majek Fashek. I coined that name for him, Majek Fashek. So I gave him that cap immediately. In fact, I decorated his. I know he was an artist. I know he's sent to do some work, but I had to decorate his outing. I played a very major role in his in the present, this youth man we're talking about now. Then he introduced me to Amos Macron. I went to his house, took me to his house, introduced me to his mother. I introduced myself to the mother. The mother knew my father. Benin is a little place like that. Everyone know everybody. Those that know people know themselves. So, but there was a time something happened midway. Majek's mother, if you know her, she's trained. She's a very, disciplined woman. She discovered I was no more combing my hair. That's why I don't take I never took my cap off my head when I'm outside my home. But that day, Majek said, come eat with me. Every time I went to his house, I won't eat, I won't, I don't feel good there because, I really love to give people their privacy. The mother is there, the wife, the kid. In fact, the kid that time was calling me Bob Marley. I was the man they call Bob Marley because each time I come in, they know my colors. I donned my color, ice good and green. So that's how I knew Majek Fashek. And Majek Fashek was deported from Benin because of me. By the mother sent him away to Ibadan. I didn't know where he was. Meanwhile, we were planning a show at the Victor Wifo studio for one of my friends who was writing his thesis. I had advised him to take reggae music as his subject, and record it. We paid Victor Wifo already for all the things, but he was sent away from Benin. I didn't know where he was. Well, I didn't know how to ask about him. He was no more coming to the television station. And the mother was I couldn't go to his house to ask where he was. I was bound not to come to their house. Yeah, because I don't comb my hair. That's why I was happy when Amos said the mother and the wife. I don't have anything against the wife, but I know the mother was very controlling. He never gave that young man a breathing space. Not just the mother. The senior brother, he was the youngest of the three brothers. They were all after him, They loved him, but the love was too much to they strain him. They kind of put him on an urgency, in a fast lane. He was in a hurry to do some things quickly, and that took most of his time and ate his energy, sapped his energy, really. So I started playing with Victor Wifo. That's how I just try to ease myself and take my mind away from him. We went to play Lagos. We went to play at the Tafawa Balewa Square. It was a P-Man's launching. Lo and behold, it was Majek behind me playing the drums for Victor Wifo. I looked back, hey, Maj, what? In fact, that was a party. He followed us to Eko Holiday Inn, then now Eko Hotels. We had a show there again. He stayed with me in my hotel room. And I said, well, we don't know how to meet you. We don't know, come to play the show. We're having a show in 2 weeks' time in Benin. Yeah, he's now with Tabansi. If you want to meet me, just come to Tabansi Hotel, blah, blah, blah. All right. So, having gotten all those information from him, I went back to Benin. Told my friend Efosa, please, I've seen Majek. We're going to do your show for you. He already paid Victor, paid him for recording, paid him for the equipment, and we've done a lot of advertisements, for the show. So Majek is a very nice brother that hardly, like everybody say, he doesn't make noise like that. I used to call him chameleon calculation. He walks very slowly. I was the oldest of the band, but I never showed that I was old or I was, wiser than anybody or bigger than anybody. We all are one. I was the only Rastaman in that group. And he was saying he was Christ eye man. That's where I have a problem with him. You can't be a Christ eye man. You know what it means? That you are Christ's eye man. I like you want to go patois. It's okay, but try to do it the proper way so that we don't get mixed up in this way. In fact, that also brought me to a conflict with one of his music, religion and politics. At that time, he said, I are Christ time. I said, no, man, you don't use that kind of word, man. But then he was listening. He was listening. It was when he went to London, US, he changed the lyrics to I and I are one. Majek is somebody he listens to. But those around him who want him to take it easy or take it at once because they want to see him as he's never wrong. No. A lot of us, we are just here to help and enhance each other's prowess. We are not, music is not a competition, it's a mission. A lot of people want to challenge, this. No, personally, I didn't go into music because I'm one of the fantastic musicians. No, I went into music because I think music is very fantastic. And I just want to be a part of it. Without playing an instrument, I have a lot of musicians around me. I have Arakatola, I have Bemisaka, I have Hidonka, I have Filidu. Man, they come to my house. I move them, I've seen a lot of people, so Majek is somebody that even my mother, he doesn't know his name, but he was always telling me when I come home, hey, that your friend has been very nice to me. I said, which my friend? Say that your friend that sang Evagi Tiona. I said, what? My friend sang Evagi Tiona. I don't know that friend. Yeah, you know him. You used to call with him here every time. He's a nice boy. Please be nice to that boy for me. I didn't know. My mother passed on in 1996. And in 2009, after 20 years, I didn't see Majek. Then I took him to Benin. I said, we are going to sleep at my mother's house today. No, I cannot sleep here again. I said, why? Say, there's no day you will pass through Benin without touching my mother's house. Wow. My mind reflected back to what my mother has been telling me. That your friend never a time he passes through Benin without branching and giving me money. My mother emphasized it. the boy always drop money by me. I said, which my friend? Then I knew, oh, this is Majek. The song is Bob Marley's redemption song. Every way now, every day now. That was the song. My mother turned it to Tiona, just to make me thinking I will remember the song, and which I did, So Majek and me, it's Majek and me, because I never left him. I never allowed him to smoke weed. I smoke weed 24/7. He comes to rescue me from police net each time I'm arrested with ganja. It's Majek that comes to bail me. When I have problem with what's his name again, one musician like that too, he came to bail. He always come to rescue me out from the police net. He's my brother. I always have problem with people because of him. I never allow him to smoke ganja. I smoke ganja 24/7. Never where I am, Majek smokes ganja. Never. I would never, because he would tell me, you are smoking and you don't allow me to smoke. I say, yeah, because you are very high, naturally. We are not as high as you are. Out of 4 of us, 2 of them don't smoke. Majek don't smoke. Amos don't smoke. I smoke. George smoke. So it's 2-2. Stay with Amos, but I learned behind the smoke when I'm not around. It's okay, but while I'm there, the brother never smoked. I love to keep him real, natural as he is. Make him feel good. Give him the height he wants to be at. That's what I believe. That's how I treated him. I didn't treat him like a small boy or a superstar. No. I never treated him as a superstar. Never. I never treated him as a junior boy. Never. Everybody is equal. If we're all wearing knicker, we're wearing knicker. We're all wearing singlet, we're wearing singlet. Everybody the same way, man. So I just want to let the whole thing go like this for the meantime, because I didn't prepare anything for this story, but I just wanted to say my own way. I give thanks and praise to the Most High God. Rastafari, Selassie.
I'm gonna mute the system. Thank you so very much, Black Rice. Well, don't be surprised one of these days when your hair is let down in your home in far away Holland, you just hear a knock on the door. When you open it, it will be me. Thank you so much. We feel honored. This is so much. Majek will be smiling where he is now. He would be happy over this. I thank you. I thank you. Majek never joked with you, Rice. He never did. Majek never joked with you. He never joked with any of his inner circle friends. He never did. Yes. I know. So I thank you, because again, you didn't also step away.
No.
Even when the challenges came. The second to the last time I met with him before his passing, it was 2009. It was my younger brother that lived in Olowora. Okay? You will know that's where your Lagos home is.
That's right.
Came to me and said, I saw somebody is asking for your number. I said, who? He said, Majek. Why are you asking for permission for me to give Majek my number? I've not seen him since 1992. This was 1999. That's 7 years we have not seen from the time I resigned from handling. I said, go ahead. He said, oh, I saw him with Black Rice Place to Lower. I'm like, wow. Okay. So I thank you for not stepping away. You still not stepped away. If you stepped away, you won't be here. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I don't want to say more than that. Thank you so much.
Majek Fashek, a man whose music carried the weight of a nation's soul. Richie Adewusi, the friend who stood beside him even as their paths led into very different storms. While Majek wrestled with fame, addiction, and abandonment in the spotlight, Richie was fighting his own spiritual battles in silence, betrayed by some people he trusted inside the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Two different battles, one unbreakable bond. Want to know the full story? Get Richie Adewusi's latest book, Promise Kept, My Friend Majek Fashek and I, a raw, unfiltered narrative of music, manipulation, faith, and the kind of friendship that survives it all. Get volumes 1 and 2 now
At your favorite online store.
And I don't want us to be selfish on this symposium, because there are those who are with us on this this symposium who are not listed to speak, as it were, but they are here now. So if you want to make a comment, please just go to reactions, and then you can raise your hand so that we can call you. Even if it's a previous speaker that wants to respond to anything that has been said in the course of the program, please go ahead. Okay, Black, let me go ahead, Black. I'm going to unmute yourself. Go ahead, Black.
Yeah, thank you very much, Doctor. I've not met you really and truly, and I'm very impressed with the job you're doing. I want to congratulate Charles for the job he's done too with Majek. I call him Majek, you know. I'm going to call him Majek Fashek. You know, that's my dude. It's one guy I will never leave behind. Wherever we are or wherever we've been to, he's always by me. Most times I say, well, who pay for two people won't pay. Who won't pay? I say, I won't pay, Majek won't pay. You know? So what I want to do is that I'm trying to do something in Benin. Kind of foundation, not really for, it's a justice foundation, because I call everybody Justice Amos, Justice Majek, Justice Rice, Justice, all the justice people, you know. So we're trying to do something in Benin. And because when we're doing something now, we go to Kimono's burial place, we have a place to settle down, relax with brethren. I want to create something for Majek in Benin. Like I've tried to reach out to the son, if you can, you know, get some of his material to create a memorial for him in one place in Benin. Because we went to Benin together severally. But this particular day, we went to a place off Sakoba Road. I got a property there, and I want to try to do something there for Majek. You know, it's a kind of foundation for all the brethren that are living and gone. You know, me say those who gone already, and those who are here stand steady and rock steady. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to do, you know. So if anybody want to be a part of it, we can work together. I know Charles has been a good brethren. He's been around, and he knows what we are doing too, in a way. So, yeah, you know, a lot of things have gone on that. A lot of water gone on the bridge, you know. So I will give thanks to Ayiri. He took us to Abuja for rehabilitation, you know, on that period, you know. But he too couldn't follow up. You see, Majek Fashek is some very complicated person. If you don't know him, you fall for him. A lot of people don't know Majek. They just follow him. They love him because he's good voice, handsome boy, you know, jovial boy. But then, behind that thing, he needs to be cautioned and tailored and really groomed, because if you allow him to go freely like that, it's a cannon. It's a gunpowder. It can explode anytime, you know. But people don't know that. People don't know that. Sometimes he will ask me, Black Rice, are you my father? I said, I'm not your father, but I'm here to just guide and watch you do things right. That's why I'm here. I'm not your father. You know. So yeah, a lot of people made a lot of mistakes. They allow him to go freely. Once you give him a free hand like that, it's gone. You know. So please, if we can get together and do something, a kind of a place for him. I know he bought a property, land somewhere up Ipobahi. I don't know exactly where that place is. One of the sisters didn't show me. That was where he buried his mother on that property, but I don't know where it is because they couldn't show me that time. You know, and one commissioner, Elizabeth,
Your dread,
one
I think
sister like that, she's very nice.
his land is on Ekenwa Road, off Ekenwa Road.
Okay. So those are the things we want to do. Either we do it there by the land there, or we do it at my property. I don't have qualms over it. Everything is just for a minute. Who's going to take care of it? Just that's why it's a foundation. You know, people take over and run it because we are not here forever. You know, Majek has always told me, I don't want to die in Europe. I don't want to die overseas. I don't want to die abroad. But then he died and buried there. So we want to try to bring some of his things and bury them here too, because a woman work man with you, you know, we go. That's what happened to Ovorawe. You know, he died in Calabar, but we have to take some of his properties, the head, back to Benin and be buried there because that's it. Work man with you are my brother. So we don't want him to be lost overseas. We want to bring some of his things and have a memorial here for him in Nigeria. You know, that's what I just want to chip in.
Thank you so very much, Black Rice. I can see Tony's hand up. Dr. Onyema, could you go ahead? When you are done, I have a response for Black Rice. Okay, so Tony, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Black Rice, for that submission. I needed to ask. My intervention will I would like everybody, Dr. Richie, Amos, Black Rice, and Charles, all of you. This question I'm about to ask affects you. Send Down the Rain is an iconic song that is like Michael Jackson's Thriller. You know, what can be done to preserve that song? Is there anything that can be done, particularly Charles, that is a label owner? I don't know whether he's still in that line of business now. Is there something that can be done? For me, I think Send Down the Rain and some other hits, like I said, Let the Righteous Rule Over the World, for me is the best. This is the best of Majek. You know, in short, what can be done of all those songs? What can we do with all those songs? And is there anybody in charge now, particularly with the streaming business everywhere? That's what I want to ask.
All right, let me just quickly answer that. Sorry, you may not see me. You may not see my face in the picture.
Go ahead. We can hear your voice. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I think there's a generational gap. It's only the millennials that will really remember Majek now, and maybe a little bit of the Gen Zs. But thankfully, there is AI now. AI is coming. AI is changing a lot of things, especially in terms of interpretation of videos, music videos, and all that. I guess in the next couple of years, and I'm suggesting that to Majek's estate, probably will send this to his sons, his children, his estate. You might be able to do AI-generated images, music videos of his song, of the Send Down the Rain, and put it out there on YouTube so that it can be there as, a new interpretation for a new generation. Because the song is a classic, but the way the world is moving, the Gen Zs, the Gen Alphas that are coming behind too as well, they'll forget everybody in the next 10 years. But if you give them something that is generated to keep their minds in line with the technological advancement as it is, then that artist would become. So is the Majek's estate. I mean, when I was managing Majek, he gave me the rights to do his movie. I'd done the credit and all that, you know, but it never took off, you know. So there are things that can bring his legacy, just what Uncle Black Rice is saying right now about pushing the Justice Foundation and all that. Those are the things that, because I know that whatever it is, the world is a turning wheel. In another 20, 30, 40, 50 years, people will go back, they'll go retro again. What were the hits of one time in 90? What were this, and then they'll start looking at the history and all that. So for you to have that recency, as I'll call it, in the minds of the new generation that's coming, we can work with the technology. So just to pass this across, Dr. Rich, if you are, you know, to Majek's estate, that they can start working on AI interpretations of Majek's videos, because it will push him into a new, you know, into the minds of the new generation, as it were. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Can I say something?
McCroy was raising his hand. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. To add to what Chasnovia has said, and to also directly answer what Tony Oyema is asking, there will be a little problem as regards redoing Send Down the Rain. Why? Because against the international norm, Tabasi was able to trick all of us who were artists on that label, and somehow the record company owns the perpetual right to all the songs, all the jobs that were released under Tabasi. So to be able to do that and release outside Tabasi might be very difficult because of the contracts. They own the perpetual right to all those songs. Felice Liberty, GDOB, myself, and the Showman, Majek, later Obi Nwako, name them, all the artists, Bonnie Mark, everybody. Tabasi Records owns the perpetual right to all the jobs that were released under that label.
Well, McCroy, I'm sure that I'm not a lawyer, okay? I'm just an activist at the closest, okay? But I know that for every law, there are underbellies, okay? For everything that are underbellies. One of the underbellies could be, what would anybody lose by working with Tabansi? What? You understand? So why would anybody lose? I mean, his estate, just like Charles has said now, what would they lose by working with Tabansi to, okay, you know, try to do so? That's one. The other thing here is, I don't think that perpetual right stops any. Majek did the redemption song. It didn't break any laws, right? Who owned the redemption song originally? Bob Marley. Good. So yeah. It's just like Charles has said, there has to be something, there has to be a buy-in for this generation, okay? There has to be a buy-in. And he mentioned a very important one that could work. If the people managing Majek's estate are thinking at all about what we're not here, we said this is a think tank for the industry, really. Okay, we're using Majek as a canvas for what we're doing here today and what we'll continue to do every 1st of June going forward. Now, this generation, if any one of them finds any of the songs interesting and decides to do a remake of it in their own ways, okay, I'm not sure that whoever is, does Tabansi Records still exist?
Somehow.
No, what I mean, that question is not that they are not relevant. Don't misunderstand me. However they exist now, they are not making money. Okay?
They are not.
We
They are not.
If we want to talk money now,
Yes.
wherever they exist now, they are not making money. If somebody is serious enough, gets the right structures and ingredients and all of that, and creates something and goes into partnership with them, it will be a win-win situation. All I'm interested in is Majek's name. Don't ask me to say, Richie, why don't you go and do the mix? I won't. Somebody is probably listening to us from behind the curtains on this symposium, either on YouTube or wherever. He said, Richie, leave me. Let me just, I will embarrass him. I will mention his name. Because somebody else too has mentioned his name here. I'm not the first person that mentioned his name here. Charles Novia mentioned his name here. It's RMD. RMD said, Richie, just leave me. Let me, don't worry, I will participate from behind. Why I brought RMD in here is, in 1990, I shared this story inside Promise Kept, my friend Majek Fashek and I was in a ride with RMD from Adeni Jones to his late wife's office then at Osagie Plaza. And he said, Richie, come. I was sharing the ideas of Youth Aid Festival with him. Okay? In short, in the brochure of that festival, RMD is still listed as a guest poet inside it. That brochure is still here with me. Yeah, I'm looking at it here. RMD now asked me a question and said, Richie, look, with all these things you are doing, you should start your own recording label. I said, excuse me, sir, what you say? I'm not interested in recording. You see, we must know things we are interested in, and with things, me, I'm a book person, and I'm still writing, and I'm still going to continue to write. So there will be those who are, thankfully Charles is here. So Charles, don't push it to anybody else. Okay? You've done it before. You can still do it. Okay? If our collective interest here is to immortalize in a human term, please don't misunderstand me, in our own little mortal ways, this individual that we have all said in different ways here have made sense to that space called Nigeria and beyond. Okay? We would, I've never, I don't want to say that because I don't want to go into any negativities about this. My thing about Majek has never been about money. And I was happy when you mentioned it, Charles, about I know you can't be lying. I know. And that thing he told you was not a joke. At least you eventually found out that it's not a joke, but they will come after you. I know that. I know it as a truth myself. Okay? So, please.
Richie, is it because they came after you too?
Big time. Have they stopped? Have they stopped? Ask my team, ask my staff here, even planning for this. But then we cannot, there's a proverb where my mother comes from. Ask Nane, you don't, because people are going to die and you say there will not be war. People will die at wars now. So what? Besides, right now, this is an official event, but then we are still who we are. We still talk the way we need to address ourselves. So, Charles, I really, I'm in for number one. One or two persons have mentioned his family, his estate. Why are they not here? They are bruised. Those young men, they're not so young again anyway, but there's so much negativity. They don't know who to trust. Okay? So I'm not against their not being here. I understand. I know what it means to be brutalized emotionally. Okay? So getting them, it's more like they decided to just move on their own life, do their own thing and all that. But unfortunately, Majek is their father. Majek is, they don't have exclusive right to, I'm talking about the persona of Majek. I'm not talking about property now, not please. We all have an interest in this person and we mean well, okay? We mean well. I have lost more money. I have perpetually lost money over Majek. So it's not money. It's not money. When you read Promise Kept, so it wasn't always, but, and we did not really part ways on friendly terms. Macron, you know.
Very well.
So it will be surprising to anybody that we continued over those years. For myself, I didn't fight it. Majek himself, he didn't fight it. So the issue of, oh, he's an easy soul and he lived it. And he gave me a big burden. Tell my story. And that's what I'm doing. Oh. That's what I'm doing. A lot of people have asked me some of the questions that have come up here. Why are you doing? Who still remembers this person? I reproduce one of such comments on the back of the republished Trailblazer that got released again today. I'm not releasing books on Majek. Oh, I'm going to make money off my. I have 16 other books. Please, I'm not making, this is not make mouth program, but I'm just saying, but I had the burden of keeping that promise and keeping it well. And to say how well I kept it, there Tony is here. He's still here with us. I'm sure when he read the manuscript of that book, I'm sure there are things he will be shocking to him in it. Because in order to let the world know some of the things that Majek went through, I told my own story. McCroy talked about wife and mother. McCroy, even yourself, you don't even know how deep that thing you meant. You don't understand it.
Don't think so.
you don't, because you've not lived it. I have lived it. Well, sorry, let me not conclude that you have not. I don't know.
I understand you. I understand your point.
Okay, but in spite of it, I look back and say, wow, is this what this guy was talking about? Okay, so please let me not digress. Dr. Tony asked a question. You have tried to answer. Charles has tried to answer. Technology can help. Partnerships would certainly help. It's not one, even if Tabansi didn't own perpetual rights, okay? There are still some technical things that have to be unpacked. For me, the biggest unpacking is not even Tabansi. The biggest unpacking is his family, his immediate family, okay? They're switched off from, I mean, this side of society. It's like they don't want to have anything to do or say because they do not know who to trust. The trust issue has come up severally in this symposium. The issue of living in the clear light, if you're a star or anybody associated with a star, has been talked about in this, and they are real. That is the load those young men are carrying, and I understand them. Initially, it was like, okay, get angry. I said, no, why? No. Okay, we do this, but if it's at their own time, but beyond them, there are still partnerships that can be formed, that can be forged. Amos, you are still within the industry. You people just ended up a mega jam over the weekend. Okay? New stars, new talents. Encourage new talents to remix Majek's songs. That's one of the best ways to get this generation to buy into it. Encourage them to remix Majek's songs in their own idioms and credit him. Okay, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. But like I said at the beginning, at the top of this program, this generation has no message. Are not interested in messages. There's only one message they're interested in, two actually: money and obscenity. Okay? And both of which Majek did not represent. So, Charles, don't run away. Let us,
Yeah,
we are talking
I will have
about
to. I will have to leave very soon. I've been here for almost 3 hours.
all of us. Remember, I said we're ending in 15 minutes. You know, all of us were ending. But let us leave here with, this is more like a recommendation. This is more like a community. This is more like, okay, what did we leave here? One of the things I can tell you is this time next year, we would have this symposium again, and the theme would be religion, not politics. It's not my song. Majek sang it. I will call people again to come and speak to the issues raised in that song by him, not me. Okay? And the sub-theme is the impact of those two, well, institutions or concepts, depending on who is speaking, the impact it has on the socioeconomic well-being of societies, not just the Nigerian society, societies globally. Okay? So please, we can talk about maybe phone chats, WhatsApp messaging, and all of that. Let us not end this with this symposium today, okay? If it's okay, we can agree to continue to talk. The other announcement I need to make here is I'm going to be harassing some of you. Yes, so on this call to be on the technical advisory board for this symposium. It's my headache, but at the same time, am I the one that did all the talking here today? Am I Majek? No. Do I have exclusive right, like Taban say, over Majek? No. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to be inviting some of you to be on the technical advisory board for this particular symposium, because it's not always my own. I don't do things like that. Okay. So I don't know if Tony, did we manage to, you know, answer your question? And Black, the idea for the memorial in Benin is a wonderful one. It's a fantastic one. Okay. We are not idolizing Majek. We are not making him a god. So we are not saying, oh, okay, this is a place of, what do you call it in religion? Pilgrimage, Abi? No, it's just a place to go remember this guy, maybe a day like this, people who are around there have something to do there. So a fantastic idea. I mean, so whenever you shoot off, let me know if there's any role, anything you want me to do about it. I mean, okay? I mean, all right?
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm impressed.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bless.
Well, everybody is keeping quiet. It means everybody is tired and hungry. And unfortunately, it's not my fault too. This is virtual. So I can't send you people Coke or meat pie over the internet. So sorry that, you know, we've been here 3 hours, almost 3 hours and 30 minutes. Okay. I'm going to be calling on Ms. Natalie to help us to say the closing remarks so we can be on our way. I appreciate everybody. Since I don't see any hands up, Mike, I see you. Thank you for coming. Shadolo, I see you.
You're welcome.
Why you no one talk before now?
Bros.
No, why you no one talk? You know, fair now.
You people have said it all.
We can, no. Even if we say it all, refresh the one that was said. Eh?
Well, I was just learning. Like Charles was saying, you know, I cannot, I'm not in a position to
show
talk
your
so
face.
much.
Show your face. Show your face.
I'm not in a position to talk so much about Majek. You know, where bros, big bros like them, Amos and Black, you know, They grew up together, and they know everything about Majek. So we just come and listen to them and learn from them. Yes, of course. On my way, I knew them way back when they were in Anthony Village. I actually went to a school in Anthony Village. So way back then when we were making demos, Bros Amos, George, I think Majek, they were all involved in making demos for us way back then. And the late OCD number is me, so rest in peace. You know, so they are great men, great men. And you know, our country, we forget so easily. We forget our heroes. It's really sad. What you are doing is awesome, really. Because what you are doing is not done here. It's not done in Nigeria. Can you imagine people like Sonny Okusus? Nobody talks about them. Great people like Majek. If not for you, nobody will be talking about Majek. So just for me to learn, you know, and I must say I've learned a lot. My attention span is very, very short, but I just had to stay put, and I'm better for it.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you,
sir. All the organs here, all the legends here. Thank you, and thank you, Dr. Richie. You're awesome.
Thank you, Mike. No, push me enter the thing. Sure, you remember, don't forget how it happened.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we'll call, thank you, everybody. I'm not the one saying thank you, but I will call the one. I see someone who says Mama's A10. I see Doris Osowa. I know they don't want to talk. They don't even want to say hello to us, but we say hello. Shadolo is joined us all the way from the UK and made efforts to get on today. I don't know why she doesn't want to have her voice heard. Okay, and I appreciate everybody. There's another Samsung SM one thing here. You know, there are phone details that are not names, not numbers, so it's difficult to say who they are. Okay, but me, I'm Richie Adewusi. I'm still okay. There, Tony is back to hear the bye-bye. All right, so you know, please, Charles has left, but Amos, please, McCroy, we need to agree on two key issue areas: the suggestion of Black, and then the issue that Dr. Tony Onyema raised about remaking Majek's songs. Okay, you are in the music industry. You own a studio. We can engineer young people to remix his songs. Nobody is going to come and sue anybody or whatever, so long as credits are given. That's in short for me.
Okay, beyond that, beyond giving credit nowadays, you must what Uncle Amos said is on point. It's beyond.
No, I didn't say he's not on point. People have problems with these things because they don't want to share money. People are greedy.
You have to go through the right channel to get permission.
Of course, I have already said that. Is there anything wrong with going to Tabansi? I said so.
And the kind of, if you want to create, you know, make money from Majek, you have to work with the artists that are trending today. The ones that are trending, those big names.
Amos.
That's the way.
Yes, I'm here.
Wait, Mike, you've just written yourself into the history books. Amos, hold on.
I'm here.
No, for him.
Listen, he's a movie maker. Listen, he's a movie maker. He's
I know back well.
Hold Mike. All these suggestions he's bringing here, he has to be inside that board. He's in Wazobia Plus, so he's not that he's far from me. He's not, but I'm not in Nigeria. Yes. So hold him, Mike. We got to make this work.
Bros, look, Amos, you are talking to understands what's up. He knows what I'm saying. You know
You
what I'm
know
saying?
it. Well, I'm not
These guys,
disputing it,
these
Mike. I'm
young
not
men,
disputing it. I'm saying it's true.
we
But
only have to
let's
try.
think
These
about ways.
young men that are trending today, they don't send anybody. That's what I'm just trying to say. They don't send anybody.
I'm not disputing that, but I'm saying use the same knowledge, the same expertise to find ways we can work around this. It's good to say work with trending, work. Do I know any of them? Do I even know what they're sounding like?
We know them. Oh.
Me, I don't.
We know them. We know them. We know the one.
Listen. Let me tell you one of them that we know. Let me also tell you why we need to change our attitudes. I don't want to start another seminar. Sunday Array was supposed to be in this. Okay? Yes. Sunday Array, listen. Sunday Array, I don't, this is a formal meeting. Sunday Array was Majek, lived with Majek. Sunday Array.
We know about him now, boss.
Sunday Array viewed everything, spoke with me, you know, but did not register. And I made it clear that anybody who did not register for this symposium will not be able to access.
This thing you are saying is the same thing I've been talking about. You don't have to just come out and just say it. You understand?
You have to come out and say it, Mike. This is a think tank. We are offering solutions. You have to say what you mean.
That up where Sunday Array is now. He will start telling you stories, but there's no harm in trying.
No, I'm telling you. But why, listen, why I brought Sunday Array in is you mentioned. Let me explain. Mike, calm down. Mike, wait so that we can end. Wait, okay. Why I brought Sunday Array in is Sunday Array is managing whiskey, as I understand, right?
In Nigeria, yes.
Good. So yes. One would have thought that with his relationship with Majek over the years, in short, he narrated. Sunday Array reminded me of one thing that even me didn't remember. Majek's briefcase. Does anybody remember it here? And his Savannah bank check. Does anybody remember it here? Sunday Array reminded me. And we went all of that route, and then you now grow cold feet to be here. Okay? Sunday Array would have been maybe one of your channels to get into the generation you are talking about. But that's not to be. So let also not give hope out of this. Let the young people do what they have to do. Let the legal people look at what they have to do. I'm a due process person. I've never said don't give due. Go ahead, Amos, please, so that we can end.
Yes. Why not trying to defend Sunday Array? Permit me to say he's a very busy person that I know.
So you are not busy yourself, Amos?
No. Level of business, though. A lot of
do you want to know the level of my own business?
I understand, but his case is a bit different because of the group of, apart from the whiskey, because of the group of artists he manages.
I'm cutting you deliberately.
Impromptu meetings.
Amos,
we are doing a lot of see, I'm talking from experience. We are doing a lot of projects together.
Wait, Amos, wait.
And I know the battle I go through.
You. Every day you are updating me with what you are doing with the COSON thing, right? Now,
yes.
In that same vein, somebody like Amos Array that's managing all of these other people, and you don't think that something he could have learned from this symposium to help him? Let's stop giving excuses for people for behaving in ways that are not proper.
That aside, a young Nigerian artist who is based in the US did one of Majek's songs in one of the albums that was released on CBS, Sony Music. I sent it to me. Bros, listen to this. And when I listened, I told him, look, before you go any further, get in touch with Randy Majek's son. I gave him Randy's contact, and I also sent his contact to Randy, explaining to Randy, look at what is going on, and I've directed this guy to you. And eventually the guy got back to me, said, why is Randy like this? I said, Randy warned him sternly not to go any further, not to do anything with his father's son, that they are not ready yet to do anything with Majek Estate. So under that in that situation, what do we do?
Yeah, but I said it earlier here, Amos, I've proffered a reason, maybe. They are pained, okay? They rightly or wrongly, don't get me wrong, I'm not defending them, but I'm a social scientist. So I'm just saying, they are pained by so many things. And it's not a pain that has ended, it's ongoing. There are still things that are, so anybody that know them, Randy, the last time I saw Randy, he was about 8 years old. He can't remember me. You understand? When his father died, I'm the one, I sent him, it was Mike Apo that sent me his number. I called him, he answered. We talked through all of that time of bereavement and all of that. And suddenly, things changed. The same thing with Olu, his elder brother. Okay?
No, don't go there.
No, please, we are here. I'm telling you that I consulted widely over this. So it wasn't just a case of Richie Adewusi.
I know, you kept updating me, I know.
I consulted widely, but I've come to understand Randy. I don't understand Olu, and I don't even want to begin to. Okay, so let's leave it. I understand the children. There's a pain. There's, you know, the narrative is what we are trying to address with a symposium like this.
Bros, what did they pay the children? What did they pay them?
It plenty, Mike. It plenty. Look, if you carry that load, you go understand.
Boss.
Excuse me. Majek, who is alive that people know?
Bros, nobody know them. Nobody know them.
And okay, sorry. Black is raising his hand. Please let him speak. And I won't talk again. After Black, I beg, Naomi, just say bye-bye. Let us go. Even myself.
You know they act like Abacha now.
No, which one now? You see person where somebody else is raising. Okay, now Black. Since person where no one show us his face, so they call me Abacha. You know one talk before. Go ahead, Black, please.
All right, thank you very much, guys. All these things we are talking about now is like one step forward, two steps backward. I don't consult people when I want to do something. When Majek was doing this Bob Marley song, he didn't talk to any of Bob Marley's estate or person. You know, we'll find fault. We will get there. You see, when we get to the bridge, that's my belief. Because if we start to watch every dog that barks at you, you won't get to where you're going to. Surely dogs must bark at you. You know, so if we have anything doing, when I say I'm going to start this estate, I've not spoken to anybody. I just said it now on this platform. I don't need to tell anybody. I'm not asking you for money. You see, the reason why people are afraid is that maybe you are going to ask for money. We don't have money to give you. It happened to us when we were doing some shows in Lagos I think last February or so. You know, we don't want to put money inside. I say, well, we are not asking you for money, man. We just want to do something for one of our brothers that is gone. You know, most of us here, we are not asking for people's money. I'm not after anybody's money. Personally, I'm not going to beg you for any money. I'm not going to ask you for any to donate for me. I have a property I can put down for Majek Fashek personally. My mother told me that your friend is a very good boy. He was good to me. When you were not home, he will always come through, pass through, give him. So everything, my mother, I love my mother, man. My friends are my mother's children. Those who want to be my mother's child, they are. You know, my mother knows my friends. They can go there and sleep while I'm not there at all. My mother will make sure she treats them right the way she would treat me. So it's not that I don't respect them. I respect them. All those brothers. I said, Randy was me. It's me that Randy calls Bob Marley. Sometimes he will go and stay outside and be watching to see if he will see me coming from far. And once he sees me, he's going to run inside. Bob Marley is coming. Bob Marley is coming. Bob Marley is coming. Yes. But I know everybody's different now. They are all big. I haven't seen him since 1989. I don't think I saw him 89 at Majek's place at off Ale Avenue. I don't think, or maybe I saw him briefly, So we are not going to consult too many people because they will spoil your idea. They will bring it down. They will, things don't work with so many cooks in the kitchen. You don't make good food. So what I'm trying to say is that with this foundation that I'm trying to set up, money is not going to go to me. I'm going to put a chunk of the money in there. But I'm going to make it look like it's everybody's idea, everybody's money inside. Anything we want to do is this foundation that is doing it. It's for the people. Where you want to carry the money go? They hide money, they go buy Ferrari. Those are the ideas. Me, I'm not going to consult. I don't consult people. This platform, I just said this now because I want to just say it. Me, personally, I'm supposed to get royalty from that Majek Fashek album. He told us that time it was the group's album. We were doing our album with Japex.
Japex.
Yes. Majek said, okay, this is our own. Now let's just do it our own. Me, I love Majek Fashek, so I can do anything for him. Not even before my mother told me what she said. I've loved Majek, and from the beginning, from my very first day I met him, I loved him already, so I can do anything for him. I know how much I spent when I met him in 2009. So it's not about money. I'm not going to ask anybody. It's when people think that you are going to ask them money, then they start to think, oh, no, we don't want to go there. No, they will come and ask us money now. I don't even know how much you got. I don't even know if you got money. So me, I'm not after that. I'm just after, but I just want us to do this thing privately. When we get to that Tabansi record side, we will cross the bridge. Selassie, I say, well, you don't cross a crocodile before you cross the river.
Okay, thank you so very much. Over to you, Natalie. Thank you. We will still be meeting. I have everybody's number. I appreciate you guys. Okay.
Thank you, esteemed guests, followers, viewers, lovers of Majek. I would like to express our gratitude to everyone who graced us with their presence and contributions. The keynote speaker, our book reviewer who is unavoidably absent, other speakers, everyone who shared their experiences and views. As we conclude, we thank God for a successful event and pray He sees us through our personal endeavors. We hope to see you at our next edition in June 2026 with the theme, Religion na Politics. Finally, to everyone who registered and attended the symposium, we'll be getting an e-copy of Majek Fashek Trailblazer through their emails. Thank you once again on behalf of Nostalgia Media team and Wazobia Plus Center Canada. Thank you and have a lovely night.
God bless. Bless up. Bye-bye.
God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Good
Thank
night.
you all. Thank you
you
guys.
so much.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye. Bye.